When I first started the company, I did all kind of online searches, and I was looking for any advice whatsoever on how to learn sales, how to market the business, basically just trying to feel how we were actually going to start. I learned a lot of things. And with that, I thought I'd do a quick video, just give you guys some heads up on some of the things that you'll learn. So, the 3 P's you'll probably hear about: people, price, product. Big thing, your product. You have to have a good quality product. If you don't have a product that's top-notch, that you can stand on, that you would sell anybody in your family, that's just really a good opportunity to sell, you're done. So to me, your product's number one. You have to have a good product. You have to be able to sell it. Now, if you're embarrassed about selling it, you don't want to sell it, you don't like it, you wouldn't tell your friends about it, you wouldn't tell your family to buy one of them, no matter what it is, get out of it. Because if you can't sell what you're selling, there's no point in trying. 2, price. You should always have a good, fair price. You can look at the market, you can see what your competition's doing. Do not start out being the lowest price because you're going to be out of business. You need to make sure that you have a better product than other people, so therefore your price doesn't have to be the lowest. You should have a good, fair price and be able to compete on the market with everybody else, but they know that yours is a higher quality and a better product, so that's why they're going to come to you and buy. So again, even your price falls back on number 1. You have to have a good product. The price will follow. People. I didn't realize how important people was. I figured I needed someone to answer the phone. I need someone to put my bills in. I just need a couple of people to fill some of the gaps and the company would be fine. In the first year, we went through 15 employees. 15 employees. Couldn't answer a phone, not competent. I mean, just horrible, right? Now, with that, you're going to go through a lot of people. Quickest thing you can do, hire people, do a good interview process. But when you bring them in, if you know within a week or 2 there's all kind of red flags that you're having problems, get rid of them. Don't hold people for 30, 60, 90 days hoping they're going to learn and they're going to get better. If they're not lining up within the first couple of weeks, they're most likely not going to work out. Now, if they're trying and they're giving you everything they got and it looks like you could be able to train them, great. I can tell you 90% of those is not going to work out. There's work ethic. There's all these things that are bred into people, and if they don't have it, they just don't have it. Will they learn? Maybe. But that's 10, 15 years after going from job to job to job until they get that back. 2 weeks, you should really know if a person's good. So to me, people, price, product, valuable. The next thing you have to learn is patience. Your company is not going to be a massive conglomerate overnight. It's not going to happen. You're really looking at 3 years. 3 years before anything happens. You're going to have to train people first year. They don't know what they're doing. Operating procedures. All that stuff. I mean, that's what takes time, right? So the first year, that's all you spend time on, is just trying to get people to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. Second year, you're going to spend this time trying to get your sales up. You're going to do all your marketing and all that other stuff. Now sales come in. Now what's going to happen? Third year, you're going to have to train everybody because you just brought in a whole boatload of new work, and now you need people to be able to do it. So the first year you're training and doing your procedures. The second year you're boosting all your sales and marketing. The third year you're back to training. I really thought you could do this faster. There's no way. You're still in 3 years. The first year, you're going to lose all kind of money. The second year, you're going to lose a little bit of money because you're picking up more sales and marketing. Sales and marketing cost money, so you're going to spend money, but you're not going to lose as much. The third year, you're going to lose a little bit of money. You'll be starting to break even. From here moving forward, the fourth year, this is when you start going positive. And I'm telling you, I have 17, 18 years experience in this industry. I figured with all my knowledge, I'm going to be able to turn this into 12 months. I'm on a 3-month schedule, and I'm going to do 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, boom, in a year, golden. Didn't happen. And then we also had to move because we were in too small of a building. So all of these things add up. The next thing that you want to focus in on is trust, right? You have to trust your employees. You have to trust your customers. You have to go with your gut. So you're going to get new people. You don't know them. They don't know you. Just be honest. It's all I can tell you. Be honest. When I started out, I basically had to open all my credit lines with a handshake and relationships from past, because you're not going to be able to go to the bank and say, I need a $300,000 loan. I just started business. Today's day one. Banks aren't going to give you any money. You might have $100,000, $200,000 in the bank. You might have $10,000 in the bank when you start your company. That money's going to burn through fast. You got the building cost, your overhead, your employees, your insurance, you name it. No matter what that nut is when you first start, you're going to blow through it quickly. But as long as you're honest with people and you tell them what your scenario is and how things are going and here's how we're doing it and here's our game plan and here's what we're looking for the future, you're going to be fine. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't tell them hopes and dreams and fantasy. Say, look, I'm planning the next 36 months to be late, to pay my bills at 120 days. I'm going to run into all kind of growing pains. But I know I'm going to come out the other end and I'm going to be ahead. Now, that doesn't mean, hey, I can be late paying everybody and not deal with my responsibilities. No. You own a company, you have employees, you have responsibilities, you have to pay people on time, you have to do what you have to do. But be honest with them. Hey, they call you, you're late. You got net 30. They're calling you at net 45. Hey, Josh, you're 15 days late. What can we do? Look, I got 3 or 4 big pieces of business coming in. I ended up having to buy some extra raw material. That stuff's shipping out the door. I should get paid in the next week, 2 weeks. When that money comes in, it's going directly to you. Open communication. As long as you're being open and honest with people, they're going to help you out. Now, if I didn't return calls and I left people in the dark, that handshake means nothing. They're going to draw back. They're not going to help you out. Same thing on the customer side. You don't know any of these new customers. They're all new. You made a phone call. They placed an order. They seem to be okay. Now they want net 30 terms. Now you already don't have money. Now you're forking out more money. All right? In hopes that they're going to pay you. Well, you can do all kinds of searches. I mean, we have a bank that helps us out with some of that. And we can contact them and they can run a D&B on them and say, well, that this person pays or that person pays. But you don't really know. I mean, just because they paid other people doesn't mean they're going to pay you. So there's a lot of hopes and dreams and fluctuations that happen in the market. All you can do is be completely honest. So I say, throw yourself on the sword. I contact them. How long have you been in business? Oh, I've been in business 6 months. What's your game plan? What are you trying to do? How are you doing your marketing? How are you guys going to launch? How many employees do you have? Are you sitting on any capital? Are you broke? I don't care. Tell me you're broke. I don't have a dime to my name, but I need you to give me a $3,000 line of credit because I'm going to end up doubling this company and here's how I plan to do it. Now, if you say, well, I need a line of credit for $1,000, and sometimes we'll only start people out with a $500 or $1,000 credit line because we don't know anything about them. We don't know where they're going. And DMB basically says they haven't done business with anybody. If you pay a couple of those payments on time, now all of a sudden you go to 1,000. You pay those on time. You go to 2,000. You pay those on time. You go to 3,000. But if you call me and you say, hey, I just went to the Mart, a great gift show in Atlanta or Dallas or New York or wherever it was, I just got this great order. Things are looking up. Can you guys extend me some more terms? No problem. Because you're honest. You were open. There was communication flowing back and forth. The problem with people is they try to come up with stories and deny themselves the truth. We do screening on a new account. We want to make sure that they have a tax ID or a business license or some form of establishment that they're a business and they're trying to go forward. They'll call and say, oh, have I already sent that? Oh, let me check the email again. Oh, I'm not sure if the fax went through. That's not the way to start a relationship with a business. Be open, tell them exactly what you're doing. I just started the business. I should have my tax ID next week. Here's my plans. Here's what I'm doing. Can you guys help me out? No problem. People do that every day. But I can tell you, the start, be honest. Long-term relationships, that's where it comes from. The 3 Ps, people, price, and product, very important. 3 years, you're looking for the long game, not the short game. Don't try to push people into a sell. You have something they need, they will come to you to buy that product as long as you were honest and they knew you. So when I go to the trade shows and I talk with people and I go to their facilities and talk to you on the phone and everything else, all I really want to do is put in your mind that I have a good product and if you ever need it, call me. I don't care if that's today, if that's next week, if that's in 6 months, if that's in 5 years. If you end up telling some guy at a bar, hey, I remember this fragrance guy in Atlanta, he was great, you ought to look him up. I don't need your money in hours. I don't need your money in weeks. I don't need it in a month. All I need is whenever you need that product that you remember me. So some of these salespeople that call and ring your phone 5, 6 times a day, 5 days a week, and they're trying to sell you insurance or a security system or cardboard boxes or whatever, to me, those guys have got to be living a miserable life. They're begging for sales for a bad product at a bad price. That's horrible, right? Get into a product that someone needs and has to purchase. They'll come to you and they know the relationship because you've already made it. You've extended the olive branch. You've told them when anything comes up, give me a call and we can do something. That's the long game. I see so many people into sales for the short game because they're worried about their boss firing within 3 months because their sales aren't at a certain level and they're out. Me being one of the main salespeople for my company, I'm looking at this at 10, 15, 20-year run. So when I make those relationships, I'm looking at it as you remember me, and if I need anything, I remember you, and we'll contact each other if anything comes up. If we don't talk for a year, there's no hard feelings. You don't have a need, and when you do, you'll call me, right? So even when I train my customer service people and I train my sales reps, it's the same thing. Don't push the product. You came to me, you had a new idea, you're looking for something. Whenever it comes back up, you're good. So I think a lot of these sales videos, push for the close and then this close and that close. And if you're having to push for a close, you have a horrible product and you're trying to force someone to buy something they don't want or don't need. Or you have a horrible price and that's why you're forcing them to lock in on the deal quickly before they change their mind. People, price, product. Don't be in it for the short game. Go for the long game. Be completely honest with people and you'll be fine. You'll succeed every day of the week. And that's with soaps, that's with candles, that's with cars, that's with houses, that's with B2B business, B2C business. It's everything across the board. If you have a good product, they will come. If your price is fair and everybody agrees, you'll have a long and fruitful business. So all I can tell you is all the videos and everything that I watched at the beginning when I was trying to start my company, if you can focus in on these couple of things, you'll succeed and you'll be fine. Aromatic Fragrances International. Good luck.